disturbing evidence that we might be living in a simulation. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything around you, the people, the buildings, the sky, even your own thoughts, could be part of a highly advanced simulation. What if your entire reality is just a meticulously programmed illusion? Sounds like the plot of a science fiction film, yet many respected scientists, philosophers, and tech experts believe it could be true. In today's episode, we dive into the unsettling evidence suggesting that our world might be nothing more than a hyper-realistic simulation. Buckle up because this rabbit hole runs deep. Part 1. The origin of the simulation theory. Simulation theory first gained significant traction in 2003 when philosopher Nick Bostrom published a paper titled, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" Bostrom proposed a trilemma. Humanity will go extinct before reaching a post-human stage. Advanced civilizations that reach a post-human stage are not interested in creating simulations. We are almost certainly living in a computer simulation. According to Bostrom, if technologically advanced civilizations could create simulations indistinguishable from reality, there could be countless simulated worlds for every real one. Statistically, the odds lean heavily toward us existing in a simulated reality rather than a genuine one. Part 2. Glitches in the Matrix Reality's Bugs. Have you ever experienced a déjà vu so strong it felt like a glitch? Ever seen someone who looks exactly like you, a literal doppelganger? Some claim these oddities are evidence of cracks in the simulation, brief moments where the coding slips up. Real-life glitches. Case of James Richards. In 2009, a man named James Richards claimed to have found a cassette tape of a Beatles album from an alternate reality. Titled Everyday Chemistry, the tape contained tracks never released in our world. Was it a hoax, or did Richards briefly access another simulated reality? The Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, two children with green-tinted skin appeared in a village in England, speaking an unknown language. They claimed to come from a world called St. Martin's Land. Were they glitches in the simulation, coding errors from a parallel world? Part 3. Science We Can't Explain. While personal anecdotes can be dismissed as coincidence or imagination, there are scientific oddities that are harder to ignore. Quantum physics and the double-slit experiment. In this experiment, particles like electrons behave differently when observed versus when left unobserved. When watched, they behave as particles. When unobserved, they act like waves. This phenomenon implies that reality changes based on whether or not it's being rendered by an observer, just like a simulation conserving processing power. Mathematics as the code of reality. Theoretical physicist James Gates discovered something astonishing while studying supersymmetry. Complex equations he was analyzing contained self-correcting error codes. These codes are similar to those used in computer programming, suggesting that the fabric of our universe might be a series of computational instructions. Part 4. The Mandela Effect, Mass Memory Glitches. The Mandela Effect refers to widespread false memories shared by large groups of people. Named after Nelson Mandela, whom many incorrectly remember dying in prison during the 1980s, this phenomenon has left people questioning the stability of our reality. Famous Mandela effects. The Berenstain Bears vs. The Berenstain Bears. Looney Tunes vs. Looney Tunes. The Monopoly Man. Does he have a monocle or not? Could these mass misremembrances be the result of rewrites in our simulation, altered lines of code or patches meant to adjust reality? Part 5. Are we the players or the played? Many argue that if we are in a simulation, then who are the programmers? Are they future humans running ancestor simulations? Are they extraterrestrial beings testing the limits of consciousness? Or are they a force beyond our comprehension? Tech titans weigh in. Elon Musk stated, "The odds that we are living in base reality are 1 in billions." To Musk, the possibility of our existence being the original base reality is almost zero. Neil deGrasse Tyson believes that a hyper-advanced civilization might see us as little more than a virtual experiment. He compares it to us creating computer simulations of bacterial cultures, fascinating but insignificant. Part 6. Philosophical dread. Does it matter? If we are in a simulation, what does that mean for our existence, our emotions, and our sense of purpose? Does it make life meaningless, or does it add a new dimension to the concept of creation and consciousness? Some argue that knowing it's a simulation doesn't matter. We still experience joy, pain, love, and loss. These experiences are real to us, whether coded or organic. Part 7. Escaping the simulation. Can we wake up? This is a simulation. Is there a way out? Philosophers argue that if we ever manage to create our own fully immersive simulations, it would serve as evidence that our world is likely simulated too, a simulation within a simulation. Some believe that understanding the simulation and seeking enlightenment could lead to an awakening, breaking free from the constraints of this programmed reality. But if we do wake up, what's on the other side? Another simulation or a true, uncharted reality? So what do you believe? Are we merely characters in an advanced simulation, puppets dancing on coded strings, or are we the architects of our own destiny? The deeper we dig, the less certain everything seems. Is ignorance bliss, or is the truth worth shattering our perceived reality? If you enjoyed this dive into the mysteries of existence, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more intriguing content from Dark Truth Daily. Thank you for watching, and remember, question everything. Reality might just be a code.